Hello, and welcome back. Today we have Haley, Erin, and Colin sitting down to answer questions that have been submitted by the followers and clients. Let's jump right in.
All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our next episode. It's anniversary week here at the Berkley Creek Pet Retreat, and we are celebrating our 7-year anniversary since we took over. And today, as mentioned in our video for Monday, we have the amazing Haley joining us. She has been with us for 6 years, over 6 years now. So she's been with us for most of our journey, and she's going to join us for our Q&A today. So Colin does not know these questions. He said he wanted to be surprised. Haley and I took a quick glance at them.
It's the only way to give an honest answer.
Yes. So he's going to be totally surprised.
And I'm going to answer first.
Okay.
All
Perfect.
the pressure's on.
All right. Awesome. All right. So we're going to get right into it. So first question is, how did you guys decide you wanted to get into this business?
We got Mia, and I was started competing with her, and one thing led to another, and we were asked to do it by the former owners.
Yeah, we kind of went over that on Monday, but what we didn't mention on Monday is that Colin's grandfather, his grandpa Harvey, he bred dogs for 37 years, and he trained. So I realized that we didn't mention that, but that has a big history in your history with dogs.
And
so
I'm sitting really close to Haley, relatively speaking, because of the microphone.
Yes.
That has to come through.
So I told Haley I was going to ask her, how did you decide that you wanted to come and work for us at Berkley Creek? And her answer was funny.
My parents volunteered me. I think you guys met, my parents were at Steel City. I think you guys were too. And then something happened. My mom's a registered nurse. So you guys, something happened with one woman.
A lady
Someone
passed
collapsed.
out. Yes. And Haley's mom and I tended to her. And I think Charlie and Reggie, her dogs, had come there before. And one thing led to another, and they're like, oh, Haley's looking for a job. And so
they're like, we have a daughter, she can work for you guys.
It worked out very well. So that woman that passed out at Steel City, thank you so much.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her. Exactly.
And shout out to Steel City. that was my go-to.
That was your haunt. That's,
every weekend. Lindsay, I don't know if she watches this, but
Joker still comes here.
Joker still comes here, and that was my spot.
Oh, they had really good food. If you're ever up in Newcastle, Steel City. Colin loves their pizza. I loved a lot of
their buffalo chicken burrito.
Their fried pickles.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So
that was my breakneck before breakneck.
that was your Newcastle breakneck. So, all right. Next question. What is your favorite part of the job, and what is the hardest part of the job? Two-parter. This is from Jenna, our worker. Shout out to Jenna.
Okay.
Favorite part, hardest part.
Best part of the job is whenever you have a dog that randomly shows up and just connects with you, and they just adore you. They follow you around. They just want to be with you.
I know who you're talking about for you.
I've had a couple.
Yes, you have. You have.
The hardest part.
Hardest part.
Never a day off.
That's a good answer.
And that's never a day off.
Owning a business is...
You don't make your own hours.
Is hard.
You don't... boarding... I mean, there's dogs here 365 days a year. It's never... And that's why if you don't love what you do, don't get me wrong, there's things about this job that we all don't like. I mean, we're literally answering that question. What do you like the least?
Yeah.
But it all boils down to the fact that it's just like a nursing home. You might not... And and obviously we have happy, healthy dogs here, but I've worked at a nursing home. And those people can't take care of themselves. And these dogs need your care and your love.
Yeah. And we work on Christmas. We work on Christmas Day. I mean, there's no days off.
I've sat and FaceTimed my family for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
While you went to Christmas dinner.
While you were delivering puppies. We've had puppies born on Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July.
We've skipped family trips to
Valentine's Day. Yeah, that was hard. So
that was hard, but you know what?
It is demanding.
If we didn't sacrifice all that, we wouldn't be here.
That's right.
So,
what about you, Haley? Or I guess hardest, or maybe least favorite.
My favorite part is obviously playing with all the dogs, meeting everyone's dogs that come in, and definitely having the big play groups. That's always a good time. And then the worst part.
Nobody likes PPU.
Yeah,
or
I'm not a fan of picking poop up, but that comes with the job.
It comes with the job. I'm trying to think. I think those are both like the hardest stuff. Yeah, there's no days off, and
there's a difference between hardest and least
favorite. Yeah, that's true.
Least enjoyable is yard cleanup.
Jenna sent hardest part of the job. I kind of threw in least.
The hardest thing for me since moving down here was we had a dog who they waived their assessment, and they dropped off and decided to go on vacation, and the dog did not adjust well, and you had
a challenging situation.
And when you think about how rare vacations are for people. You get 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe. And one of those weeks, you have to tell them it's not going well. Now, keep in mind, they waived their assessment. We had no idea this was coming. And it was after that experience, I said, absolutely not, we're never doing it again.
It ended up working out, thankfully.
It did,
but
that was very tough.
Yeah, there's definitely some challenging.
And the tough part was, not only do you know that dog is not having their best time, they're not having a vacation.
Yeah.
But you have to call those people and tell them that.
Yeah.
And how do you convey to them in a phone call while they're supposed to be enjoying themselves that everything's going to be okay? And the only way to do that is to relentlessly try to spend time with that dog and get it to unwind and get comfortable. And that's thankfully what we did. But group play was never an option. I was one of the only dogs who could even take it outside. I mean,
you were the only person that could take it outside. Yeah.
And there's been times where that script has been flipped, where you guys are the only people who can take a dog outside. Because they just, in this environment, they prefer women. But that was one of the most odd scenarios we've ever had, where they didn't want any of you guys, any of the females here, because women are more preferable to dogs in this environment, which is why for so many years we tried to hire Slippery Rock football guys. It never worked. We did therapy work with them. But yeah, that was odd. That was the hardest thing since moving down here.
Yeah. I think for me, I work with the puppies a lot. So, I think for a lot of people, the puppies are fun. It's like probably like one of the coolest experiences that you get to be there. I've gotten to be there. Haley's gotten to be there as well. Like when they're born, and you get to see that, and you get to see the dogs, like the moms just, like nature takes over. It's just very, very cool getting to see them grow up. We love getting to see them come back and getting to see them, just as their life progresses. So I love that. Honestly, hardest part, there is a side to breeding that can sometimes be a little bit sad that people don't talk about. Not every...
You go to a human hospital where babies are born. There's sad things every day.
Yeah, so there's sad times with the breeding too.
And that's with the most advanced healthcare on the planet.
Yeah, so that can be kind of hard and emotionally exhausting. But I think also this job is physically hard too. I mean, you're on your feet a lot. I've told that to Colin. I don't know if that's the hardest part of the job, but I think I agree with Colin, no days off. So, okay, ready? Next question.
That sounds like a t-shirt slogan for Mars basketball.
No days off. I feel like it was a logo or a motto for one of the teams.
I'm sure it was.
Do you remember little Berkley that came here?
Which one?
We've had a few Berkleys. He was like...
I know one Berkley that's near and dear to my heart.
There's a Berkley that...
Hello, Berkley and Ringo.
Yeah, I can't remember their last name. But he asked, I haven't been there in a while. Am I still the mayor? Do you know what Berkley I'm talking about? He's like the little doodle. Yes.
So it's funny you should ask that. We are actually redoing the series, and it's going to be starting up here pretty soon. No one else has actually taken the spot of being the mayor yet.
But we have
that being said, where are you?
Where you at, Berkley?
Come on, man. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say their name on camera.
Yes, okay. I was going to say, I couldn't remember their last name, but okay.
Wonderful female owner.
Yes.
I think she's, here's how I remember
They got another little dog, I think.
But here's even more ironic. They go to our family jeweler.
Oh,
Moses.
How about that?
Yep.
Well, there you go.
There's one random fact you can bring up.
Yes. All right. So
when you get to know people's dogs, for some reason, this personal stuff comes up. We just happen to go.
I was going to say another part. One of the things, backtracking. One of my favorite things is all the people we've gotten to meet. That is also fun. So, all right, coming back forward. I love this question. This was submitted by Mark, Colin's, like one of Colin's best friends, Mark Lucas.
So in our 7-year anniversary video, he was one of the ones
who cheers,
toasting a drink to grandma.
So this might be my favorite question. It's just such a good question. Knowing what you know now about dog breeds, we can't choose labs. We start over. What are we breeding? Not labs. what dog breed are we choosing to breed?
Okay, so I'm just going to think out loud. My very first thought was, is this business Colin or emotional Colin? Because I know my answer.
One of each. There you go.
Emotional Colin is Dobermans.
Yeah, I knew you were going to pick that.
There's no... but that is a very particular breed. That is, you have to have experienced dog owners.
Yeah.
There's a lot of requirements for them, and finding people who can meet all of those requirements would be very tough.
Yeah.
And that's why emotionally, though, I couldn't do it.
Colin,
I would stress too much about the family.
Colin's grandpa's favorite dog that he ever had was a Doberman, and Colin just has this connection. Literally, all of the Doberman that come here, it's like they know that Colin is a Doberman lover, and they do. They gravitate.
Shout out to Nora.
Oh, shout out to Nora, our sweet Nora, who unfortunately is no longer with us, but she bonded with Colin right away, and. Colin has, Eli loves you. Yeah. He's a Doberman. And
during his baths, he starts to fall asleep.
He does.
Oh my gosh.
Colin actually will fight everybody. He's like, I'm giving Eli his bath.
So he's so tall, he'll rest his head right here.
Yeah.
And I'll be massaging his body with the soap and stuff. And he just
yes.
He does those heavy breaths.
Yeah. And London, who
is new,
and he's
coming back soon.
He's, I think, coming for daycare this week, so maybe he'll be in one of our videos. But he looks like, we jokingly say he reminds us of Scooby-Doo. He's just so big, but he's
like the size of a human.
He's ginormous.
His head is as big as ours.
Yeah, he's so big, but he's the sweetest.
So yeah, now
okay,
business Colin,
emotional Colin, Doberman, business Colin,
golden retrievers.
Oh, that was mine. So because everybody
not only
wait, well, why? Explain.
Yeah,
why.
so not only are they a larger breed, they're very loving, they're easy to train, they for the most part they adjust very well. There are a few here and there that just have trouble adjusting, but you socialize that dog well, they're going to think the world is their oyster. They're larger, there's very low risk of bad issues with puppies and stuff like that. The birth canals are large enough. All the scientific and physiological things I know, and also the temperament, the breed. Business Colin, what's best for... it has to be golden retrievers.
Well, I was going to say, is that like allowed? Because they're both retrievers, Labrador Retriever, Golden Retriever.
Fine, German short hairs.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, but that's a perfect blend of emotional and logical Colin coming together for a fight.
That's true.
A battle royale. Because a lot of people cannot handle German short hairs.
No, that's true too.
Those dogs are still to this day, I've never met a single one that doesn't need to run their pants off. I mean, it's just who they are.
Yeah. So, all right, Haley, what's your answer? Haley's going. I know Haley's answer. She's going the opposite direction in size.
Yeah. Probably Shih Tzus. Yeah. Shih
Tzus hold a dear place in Haley's heart. Her doggy at home, Reggie, is a Shih Tzu. And all the little dogs that come through here, Haley loves them.
Yes.
We have Maverick. I think he's a little Shih Tzu.
I love
Maverick, shout out to the Yoshiokas. That is Haley's favorite dog. And then we just had, we have a new dog that's been coming here who is
if Cole watches this, make sure you stop going into the city, and otherwise you're going to have to get a job.
I was saying Mrs. Yosh just told us that. But we have McGee that started coming here who is a Shorkie. So it's a Shih Tzu Yorkie, and she's super cute too. So mine... I was actually thinking golden retrievers, but if I'm not allowing that to be Colin's answer, my answer, gosh, I've really, though, from a business perspective, this is hard, but I really have started to I love the French bulldogs.
Yes.
I love the Frenchies. And they remind me, they're a little version of a lab with their personality, but they're breeding wise is really hard. They have a lot of health issues.
A
lot of risks. I think a lot of them have to have C-sections because of the birth canal. So I mean, from a logical business perspective, probably not the best idea. But if none of that is in the playing field, and I just want to, if I can't breed labs, I like French bulldogs.
So we mentioned Nora, and then something else came up with the German short hairs, and I thought of Rusty.
Yeah.
So
he came to us in Newcastle.
I'm going to throw something else out there and circle back. I'd say one of the hardest, and I've gotten every one of these calls. Every year we've done this. When our boarded dogs, just through natural causes, they pass away. And the owners contact you, they grieve with you, and they send you pictures of their dog, and that part, it's like, I don't want to put it in words.
Well, and I was going to say, and I don't know if it's in the camera frame or not, but we have a couple stickers just to the left of Colin. And those are in honor of, we lost our sweet Lacey May this year. She was a fixture on our daycare scene. And then we recently just lost our sweet Nora. And these are stickers that we put on literally the kennels right when we moved in. That was kind of the first way that we labeled everybody. And so they're OG down here. But yeah, I agree with you. That's definitely one of the harder things. All right, ready? Jen Lee asked this question. Do you enjoy working together?
Like all of us?
I think, yes. I think she meant like the two. Yeah, me and you. But also Haley is here. Some days are better than others when you're working together as a husband and a wife. But yeah.
You know, I have an appointment coming up.
But Haley, we said this in our video from earlier this week, that Haley's kind of become like a member of our family. So yes, I mean.
Listen, I'll skip to the easy part.
Yeah.
There's not a day that I don't enjoy working with Haley.
Yeah, 100%.
There isn't.
There's some days.
We have an added dynamic.
Yeah, as a husband and wife and business partners.
And completely different skill sets
and
personalities.
Very different, yes.
Everything.
It's unique, we'll say that. But hey, we're still here 7 years later. So
we are.
Yes, that says something.
But answer the question, do you enjoy it or not?
Yeah, for the most part, I do enjoy it. We make a good team when we want to be.
We are complementary.
Yes.
Listen, if you're sitting at home right now and you've been married 5 to 10 plus years, I want you to ask yourself, how many days are tough? How many days you go through everything? You go through life's up and downs. You go through personal up and downs. You go through every single thing that you have to figure out in your home and your life and everything else. And on top of that, take all that complication that you're sitting at home talking about, and we add all of this on top of that. And there's times that, we said, what's the hardest thing about working here? There's never a day off. Like, your relationship doesn't get a day off.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
That's true.
And and I've said for years, I said this in the 7-year anniversary video, that nothing is worth having unless you have people to share it with. And we've all gotten to see this from day one, and we've all gotten to share it together, and I wouldn't take any of that back.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Absolutely. All right. What inspired you to start this business, and how has your vision evolved over the last 7 years?
So, one of the fastest growing industries in the United States over the last decade has been the dog industry in general. Dog boarding and daycare has been no exception. Whenever we moved up to our old location in Newcastle, we saw that there was a significant need for a reliable boarding facility. We renovated it, we opened it, and made it so it passed inspection no matter what year, what time it was. And we just decided that that was business. That's just good business.
And it's evolved. I think we mentioned this on our Monday video. We started as a bigger, larger breeding, smaller boarding and daycare, and we've actually flipped that. And so now it's substantially more with boarding and daycare, and then we've kind of scaled our breeding operation a little bit.
So the one we took over, the breeding part, we've downsized it every single year, and it's still getting smaller.
Yeah. What has been the most rewarding moment or experience in running your business so far?
Oh boy, that's a hard one.
I'll go. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to think.
Yeah, I'm not someone who readily celebrates
what's like a rewarding
anything. So let me think about it.
Yeah. All right. So for me, because I work more with like puppies and things like that. I love being able to give a new family member to all of the families that we have met over the years. It's just such a special moment for everybody. The ones that are dogs that really serve like I don't want to say more of a purpose than a family dog, because that's obviously, it's a beautiful thing in and of itself. But we've had quite a few dogs that have gone on to do therapy work, service work. We've, through our nonprofit, we've, donated puppies to veterans and former military. police, firefighters, medical professionals that worked in the front lines of COVID. Those things to me have been super rewarding, and we love seeing, what these dogs are doing for their clients as they get older in life. So I would say that's one of the most rewarding things for me.
Go ahead.
I think one of the most rewarding things so far, kind of seeing where we're at now to where we started with, the 130-year-old barn, and now there's this big boarding and daycare facility, and it's just crazy to see like where it was started to where everything is now, and it keeps getting bigger.
That's a great answer. Good answer. How about, have you decided?
Yeah, it's actually pretty emotional, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the most rewarding thing is getting to see like people like you, like start from so young, get to see everything you're going through and everything you accomplish, and then we get to do that on a much larger scale here. Like when you talk, and Julia works in this, but like, she has, similar qualities that I do, and that's a connection, and you really have these conversations over time that really help, shape people's lives and help them out. And like, we have people who are having a bad day and come here, and they feel safe coming in, just, the door's open. They know that. And they'll text us and say, hey, I'm coming over, had a bad day, and I just want to hold a puppy. And being there to see the things in their life that they struggle with in the moment, that's very difficult. And a part of you feel horrible because they're sad. And then you also know that this is gonna pass, and you get to see them evolve and move through those hardships. That's incredibly rewarding.
Yeah, that's a great answer too.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Next question. We kind of answered this at the end of the video on Monday, but it's how do you see the future of your business, and what exciting plans or goals do you have for the years ahead? So you said you want to have a bakery.
Yeah.
This will be, let's say, we're going to put Haley on the spot with this one, because we answered this one.
Oh boy.
I said that I want to, I didn't think of that way. I didn't think of it like that. I literally thought.
Haley's like, check please.
I gotta go, actually.
I said that I want to have a pool, like a dog pool, like a wading pool. And how about you? Any ideas? Anything you'd love to see?
I have one more.
Oh, okay.
So give you time to think.
Okay, yeah.
I know, trust me, this question's going to be complicated for Haley. I'm really excited to see in 7 years all the cool stories and memories that we're going to have on here.
Oh, that's a great one.
More than anything,
That's a good one.
you're going to be able to, and who knows, is with how close we are with everyone who works here, some obviously more than others, and that's just everyone's personality. But there's no doubt in my mind that a great story we're going to get to tell here very shortly is, celebrating Kaylee's birthday with her. And she works here, and less than 8 days after that, Haley is going to make a decision on a few things in life. And, so I'm really excited to see it almost from a time capsule perspective, like home videos, like all the cool stuff that we're going to be able to tell over the years, and all the cool things we'll have video.
That is a great answer.
That's a good answer.
So, do you have a quick answer?
Do we want to explain the context here?
Yeah, we've offered Haley.
Let Haley tell.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh man. So over the summer I've had an internship, and I have a couple decisions to make. I can either, go back. I got a full-time job offer from my internship company, and
which is a massive construction company.
Yeah.
Massive.
Massive construction company. And then Colin and Erin have also offered me a job after I graduate college. So I have a big decision to make coming up in about 4 weeks.
Ooh,
so
that's coming down to the wire.
Well, in all fairness, and I'm gonna. This is one of those things where over the years, we've had so many discussions about it. Like those early discussions we had when you come home from school, and you'd come straight to work. And it would be like, go ahead. Well, who is it?
It's Wellington's owner. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna put my mic down.
Give me the mic.
Yep.
So, one of the things that I brought up, which every time we have a discussion that's like, big or something to consider.
Yeah.
We always try to put it in perspective. And the reality is that if you want that job with that company, they gave you a deadline.
Yeah.
The reality is that if you chose to not go with them for any reason, you can pursue other jobs in your industry with your major, and there's not that pressure there.
Yeah.
So the only pressure you have to decide is if you want to work with that company.
Yeah.
But you have all the flexibility in the world to approach your life and this big decision however you want. And what you guys are watching in real time right now is over the years of hearing, I had a bad day at school, or I'm struggling with this decision, what do I do with my major? All these decisions over 6 years, it's 6 years you've worked with us.
Yeah.
We're always here to be supportive and help put things in perspective and make the path easier, because we know how hard it already is. So the reality is that pressure that you have in 4 weeks isn't deciding whether or not you are a part of this.
Yeah.
It's only one thing, deciding if you want to be at that specific company. Because bottom line is you still have your whole life in front of you, and you guys, I think the world constantly makes these situations way more complicated and overblown than they have to be. It is important.
Yeah.
It is a big deal, but let's not turn it into something more than it is. It's one decision on one company, and that is it. And that's the only thing you have to be thinking about.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, my mic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll have to watch this.
Is there anything you want to add? Yeah. Because I just kind of laid that out there. Haley gets a little shy on camera.
Yeah, a little bit.
She's doing a great job.
You are.
She
Seriously.
is. All right. Sorry if this is making. Oh.
But where do you want to be in 7 years? Exclude work from the whole equation.
7 years, you'll be 29.
Oh.
Don't say old.
I'll be 45.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow.
Does that mean I have to get an annual colonoscopy or something?
Oh.
No.
Is
Not
that every
yet.
2 years?
It starts when you're, is it 40? No, I think it starts when you're 50. Unless you have a family history. Like me.
See,
Go get
these
your
are the kind of
colonoscopy.
questions I wish people would have asked.
What? How old do you have to be when you get a colonoscopy?
I don't know.
That?
How do you feel today versus 7 years ago? Stuff like that.
Okay. Well, wait, there's a few more.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, let me make sure.
Do you have anything else you want to add on this?
No, I have no clue.
Okay.
All right.
How about this? At the very least, we all want to be happy and healthy.
Did I ask, are you happy you made the career move to take over and expand the Berkley Creek Pet Retreat? That was Bob Thomas's question.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you consider that we moved closer to family, we are closer to, Mars in general, and everything that meant for us at the time. The other difficult thing was, I went and played a lot of golf back in Newcastle. We were smaller. I had the time to do it. However, now, if we weren't 7 minutes from Butler and my brother-in-law and my nephew didn't go there and belong there, I really wouldn't play that much golf.
Yeah.
I would probably play twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so there's no... I don't believe, and this is a personal philosophy, I don't believe in looking back and making a regret on anything.
Okay.
I'm going to look back and say at the very least I learned something.
Yeah.
And what did I learn?
I don't think, while it's hard and it's challenging, I am happy that we did it.
The hardest things that I've ever had to go through in my life, good or the best things, you learn something. So yeah, I'm not looking back with any regret. No.
Awesome. All right. What's the funniest thing a dog has ever done at your facility that you'll never forget? Do you have one?
I do.
Oh, go
What is
ahead.
Am I allowed to say names?
Yeah. Wait, who is it? Oh, well, the mic will
The
pick
mic
it up.
will already pick it up
That's okay.
anyway.
Say it, and if we need to edit
What
it
did
out.
the dog do?
Well,
Peed on me.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and say.
yeah.
Okay. It was,
The microphone heard that.
yeah. One of our daycare dogs that usually comes, he's one of my favorites. His name is Bruno. He's a little fluffy doodle. I went outside right when I got here, and he came up to say hello, and he peed on my leg.
Yes.
So.
I think we've all been peed on.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a badge of honor. You might not, that might sound crazy to you if you don't work in the dog business, but it's like they're marking you as their own. So, and I would say, Lauren, if you watch the Reno video, Reno literally left the video and went and peed on Lauren.
Oh my gosh.
She's behind the camera, and my face was like, I'm trying to think. Listen, the thing with Barron is the funniest thing that I can recently think of. We took a dog home to his house, and he ran. Which is a special situation. The owner's a friend of ours.
The owner asked if we could take him home. There was a lot of stuff going on. So we dropped him off. I get out of the car, and Barron lived with us as a puppy.
Yeah.
And
Colin trained him.
He has never done what he did.
No.
And he gets this weird side-eye crazy look in his face and just bolts around the side of the house. Mm-hmm. And we
were like, oh my gosh, where is he going?
Barron. And I get back to the backyard, and he's just sitting in the hot tub.
He had literally just gotten a bath before we left.
He was
perfectly dry and clean, looked gorgeous, and then literally he was sitting in the hot tub. That was the funny. I mean, technically that didn't happen here at Berkley Creek, but it was hilarious. Like,
it happened at the owner's house.
I laughed like literally the entire way home, and yeah,
that's funny.
That was funny. Can you think of anything?
No.
Funny? No. Dogs are just they all have like little funny personalities. Mm-hmm. So. There's lots of little funny things that happen. Okay, if your business had a mascot, which dog would it be, and what would their catchphrase be?
Oh my God.
I know, it's hard.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. All right, are we gonna skip that one?
No, that's cheating.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, there are rules. This isn't Nom.
A mascot. I mean,
Big Lebowski quote. Anybody?
Mia technically is the mascot. She is the logo, but.
If our business had a mascot and he was obviously out, the purpose of a mascot is to greet people, get them excited, get them fired up. His name would be Poop Bag Polly. And he would stand in the driveway and hand people poop bags when their dog goes pooping near our driveway.
Is this an actual dog, or this is a made-up mascot?
This is a made-up mascot.
Oh, you just made up.
Poop Bag Polly. That's it.
Okay. Poop Bag Polly. Maybe we'll like get a little thing that it's like a dog that's like holding poop bags.
Yeah.
For when.
And what comes out of his mouth.
Oh, I like that. I like that. All right. If you could teach a dog one thing that would make running the business easier, what would it be?
Wait. Time out. I heard that making the business easier. I got lightheaded.
If you could teach a dog, one thing that would make running the business easier, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. Teach a dog one thing?
Pick up their own poop, put it in the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also assuming they grow thumbs and hands. And
True.
Stuff. I was taking it way too literally.
Yeah. I think, this is like one of the silly questions.
All right. I would say that the dog could fully understand human language and then could easily communicate the instructions to the dogs. Mm. Like, you need to go in. You need to go potty. It's not time to play. It's 11 o'clock at night. Like, it's not time to run laps outside.
Maybe they could teach us how, we always joke that I feel like I have to have a degree in rocket science because all of the different harnesses we put on are like everything is different. So maybe they could tell me that, not that way, you need to put the harness on the other way.
Nobody at home realizes this probably. If you walk into the food aisle at a pet store, the food aisles, there are more harnesses than there are types of food. There are. Mm-hmm. You need a doctorate in harnesses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going with a dog who can understand English and communicate to dogs accordingly.
How about you, Haley? Any ideas?
Oh, you mean Baxter? He can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't
fine.
know you could speak
That's
Spanish.
fine too.
Hi,
Hello,
Maya. We're filming a video. We're almost done.
You're more than welcome to say hello.
All right, ready? We already answered your mom's question. You're gonna want to poke your head in, say hi. Maya's gonna say hi. She's here for her shift. Hi. All right, ready? Which dog at your facility would make the best CEO and why? Ooh. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Benny, because he is in charge in the yard. He lets everyone know this is his ball and no one's taking it. And then when
There's order.
Yes, there is. There is order with Benny, and everyone respects him. But he doesn't he's not like grumpy to earn respect. He's just a nice, even guy. And then literally after he's tired chasing the ball around, he goes and he sits at the top of the hill and he literally did it today.
Yeah.
He just oversees the yard and it's his kingdom. You know how Mia used to do that, but yeah, I'm going to go.
Is this the CEO role?
CEO, yeah. He's he oversees order.
Okay.
CEO.
Haley?
I'm still thinking on mine. Benny was a good one, though.
I know. That's why I went first.
Yeah.
That's right. I know.
I'm going to go Wellington.
Wow. Wellington, the CEO.
Yep.
Okay.
Because despite his stature, he commands respect.
Yeah.
And when you consider that your answer was a 90 to 100 pound dog, and my answer is not even 9 pounds.
That's true.
I think what happens is, in order to be that small out in the play yard and have the personality that resonates with all the other dogs, he has something very special going on that commands respect.
He's so little.
And I think that he would also be able to gain perspective on what little dogs need in this world, in this company, as well as what big dogs need. and yeah, I think he just has it all. And he's very, he manages with a soft hand kind of thing.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, no one disrespects Wellington.
They all love him.
They all love him.
They do. They're all
very gentle with him.
They are.
I mean, I had to pick someone besides Benny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who else?
Sophie the potato.
Oh,
she's a good one.
I think she's a good one.
Potato.
Could you imagine if Lulu-
Sophie the potato.
Could you imagine if Lulu was CEO?
Oh.
Labrador Lulu.
Labrador Lulu. But Sophie the potato,
This place would be a sorority house.
Yeah.
she's a French bulldog, Sophie the potato, and she just flies around that yard.
Yeah,
and
she's so fast.
She's Wellington's size, a little bigger than Wellington, but she acts like Benny's. It's like she's Benny's size.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Little Lulu would also be a decent candidate.
Oh, little Lulu.
Oh, yeah.
She's friends with everybody.
She is friends with everybody. Yes.
Like, she will run full tilt, all out, smile on her face with every single dog here.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
what else?
All right, let me see.
Are there any hard questions?
I don't think so.
I thought people...
Yep. Bye, Loki. Let me see. One of the questions was how many litters / puppies did Ginger have? This was submitted by Irina.
Okay. I have no idea.
I was going to say, I would have to look that up.
I don't handle the paperwork.
I think she had, I'm going to say four litters off the top of my head.
They were spread out.
They were spread out. Oh, I mean, she had 5. She had one, we were about
to... But they were all small, too.
Yeah, but we were about to retire her, and then she had, a litter of 8 puppies, out of nowhere.
She averaged less than 1 per every year and a half.
Yes. And what are some of the interesting life stories about her babies? Well, so we're going to have to add this picture in, because it's the most adorable thing.
Tank?
So, no, that was Cherry's puppy.
Okay.
Yes, but... Ginger, her very first litter was born within a week of us moving in, and we decided we were going to keep a puppy from her litter, and that ended up being Harriet, or Swish, which was the puppy that Colin's grandpa, she literally used to stand at the side of the whelping box, and she would just bark and whine and cry until Colin's grandpa would stick his head over and be like, hey, and then she would stop. It was the cutest thing. So we
have pictures of him holding her.
We do. We have pictures of him holding her. But so we kept Harriet. We let Colin's grandpa name her. His name is Harvey. That's why he picked Harriet. It was close to his name. And she actually retired this past summer. And she retired with her littermate and sister, whose name is Maddie. Oh. And they are literally the owners. We met them obviously when they were selecting their puppy, and they reached out and said, hey, when she retires, we would love to have her.
I have a picture of them on my phone holding their puppy the day they took her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to send or put a picture because Harriet and Maddie, it's like no time went by. They snuggle. Claire sent me a picture of them like with their heads touching, sleeping.
Oh.
Like she's so happy. So for me, like obviously it's hard. One of the harder things is retiring the dogs, and that we've had litters with, have had since the beginning, but we know that that's like the best thing for their lives. They get to be spoiled and have a life after having puppies and being with us. But I love to see stuff like that. So Ginger specifically, that is one of my favorite stories. I mean, I could tell a lot of stories, but that one stands out for sure. So any stories of any puppies? Colin mentioned Tank. She was like a puppy that was born. Haley delivered her. Mm-hmm. We were on vacation and Haley delivered her like this litter solo. And Tank was literally the smallest puppy. Her name is Berkley.
Mm-hmm.
Berkley. We like just always refer to her as Tank, but we'll have to pull up the picture her next to Milo. She was smaller than Milo's head at like
8 weeks old.
8 weeks old. Like she was
just a small puppy.
We had to like, and she
now
was very
she's 65 pounds.
Yeah, like she's fully she's fully grown. Dog. But she was very finicky with her eating. Like she would like eat something one day and then turn her nose up at it the next day. But we had to delay her going home until she was. I think we had to get her to like 6 pounds was what the vet wanted, which was almost, I think she was like 3.5 months old by the time she went home. So.
That was a wild story.
So, I don't know who that is, but those are all our questions. You have anything else you want to add? Anything fun?
What's the craziest thing in 7 years?
Craziest thing in
I know
7
mine.
years. Okay.
I know it immediately. I'd be shocked if you don't.
What is it?
Your Benadryl thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the dog.
It has to do with what's the craziest thing that happened in 7 years?
So
That's it.
I had an anaphylactic reaction to Benadryl and happened to be, I took a Benadryl because I was having hives or something. I forget what it was. And I
Mr.
literally.
Ford. Ford.
And
Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was a singer. But I literally passed out twice. Like every time I would stand up, I would pass out again. And it like scared the crap out of Colin. Haley happened to be working and
Colin had called me.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, he had called me and explained that like you were having some sort of allergic reaction to something. So I came over and then you were in the bathroom and you had walked out and I hear this thud and I walk in like to the office area and you were laying on the floor.
Oh, careful, Betty. Careful. No, that's okay. But yeah, so I had an anaphylactic reaction to Benadryl.
Yeah.
And passed out. The way Colin says it is, I died because I just kept passing out. Mm-hmm. But I didn't die. Obviously, I'm sitting here today. So, but yeah, that was that was definitely unique. I know that's Colin's craziest story. I'm trying to think. We've, have any other crazy things? I feel like there's always something,
There's always something going on.
Yeah, always something. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So Haley, one of our retired females, lives with Haley's family. Her name is Poppy. She's part of the Chocolate Mafia. They used to escape. Like they used to, at our old house, not at the current house, they would like push under the fence and just sit at the back door. That was always.
Talking about Lily and Harriet?
And Poppy and Addie, the Chocolate Mafia. So, but yeah. Well,
just so everyone knows, we completely redesigned the fences.
I said it was at Newcastle. It was not at our current facility.
We didn't design those fences.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's all. Anything else, Haley, you want to add?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Chewy's owner just said she watched our 7-year anniversary video.
So did Wellington's owner. And I said, did you watch the full 48 minutes? And she said, I did.
Wow.
She said, I loved learning about you guys. So, but yes, well, thank you for tuning in this week to Anniversary Week. If you haven't watched the video from Monday, tune in. You can even break it up a little bit if you want. It is a 48-minute video, but we had lots to say. 7 years is, a long time.
It's hard to sum up 7 years.
It is. It's hard. We talked for an hour and a half, so Colin did a great job of editing it down to 48 minutes. So
that edit took 9 hours straight.
It did, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
On a Sunday.
Yeah.
9 hours.
Dedicated. So, well,
No days off.
No days off. That's right. Hashtag. So, but on that note, thanks for joining us.
Season.
If you want to do another Q&A, we'll answer any questions. You know, we're happy that we're an open book. This was fun. I thought we did a nice job. So
I enjoyed this.
You did a nice job.
Yeah, a little camera shy.
No, you did great, I thought. So, well, tune in next week.
It is easy when you realize no one's actually
here.
Yeah.
It's just us chatting.
We're just yapping.
Yeah, exactly. So
and now the whole world's going to see it.
We'll tune in next week for our next round of videos. And
are we doing anything else this week for our anniversary week?
No.
Since you canceled everything else?
No, this is all.
You canceled the rest of the videos?
Tune in next week
You're
tune in next week for some new videos, some new videos in the queue. And then, as always, tune into our social media for some doggy playtime videos. We'll definitely have those this week.
I'm going to say this because you don't like it. Ready? Smash that like, hit that subscribe. Remember during the pandemic whenever Mom and Alex did their karaoke? And he goes, subscribe.
No. They did karaoke?
They did karaoke during the pandemic and they sent us the video.
Oh, I don't remember that.
It was so good.
Well, thank you for joining us and we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.
I just gave double pistols.